Just 3 weeks ago, I came out with a video titled, "Don't Sell the Wrong Guitar," which was all about my struggle to decide between two really impressive PRS models. Now, if you missed that one, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, at the end of that video, I promised a follow-up, and this is it. It was a tough decision, but in the end, a clear winner emerged. Stick around. While I was very happy with both the S2 Custom 2408 and the SE NF53, for reasons I'm about to get into, this is the guitar I decided to hang on to. Now, before I get into what tipped the scale, let me just say it's a little mind-blowing that the one staying is an SE model. The Maryland-made S2 is a very fine, flawlessly executed guitar with top-quality materials throughout. So the fact that a guitar from the company's Indonesian-built line held its own in virtually every important way, well, that's something I never would have expected. Now, sure, there are areas where the USA model's parts quality is likely more robust, the tuners, for instance, perhaps the jack and switches. Still, I don't get the sense the SE hardware will ever let me down. So if the overall feel of quality wasn't really a factor, then why the SE NF53? Well, let's start with the looks. Now, while the body shape and overall appearance wasn't enough to give the SE a firm advantage, I do appreciate how fresh it looks. Now, despite it being rightly perceived as the PRS take on the Tele, I see it more as its own thing. While it ticks a lot of the Tele boxes, from the ash body to the brass barrel bridge design, it's a long way from the hordes of Tele copies. Then there's these pickups. Now, I've loved the narrow field concept since I first played the original USA NF3 back in about 2011. Of all the designs that aren't out to create the classics, these are some of my favorites. They're small humbuckers, but they don't sound or behave like traditional mini humbuckers at all. Nor do they sound or respond like any of the single coil-sized humbuckers made for Fender guitars that I've tried. And while they aren't exactly like any of the classic 1950s designs, there's a little of the flavor of all of them in there, even P90s. They're fat yet focused, very expressive, and have the ability to lean one way or another depending on where the guitar volume is set. And finally, there's this wonderful neck carve, which for me is pretty close to perfection. Now, whenever I played the S2, it sounded great and I was loving the TCI pickups, but found myself thinking about how much better it'd be if it had this NF53's neck carve. It's not just that the NF53 neck is nice and full, lots of necks are thick. It's the taper and the way the overall carve fits my hand. One of those necks I know I could play for hours with minimal fatigue. Overall, it's just a cool design that practically plays itself and is sure to get its share of time on stage. So I hope you've enjoyed this little story. Obviously, there are a lot of factors that can influence the decision to choose one guitar over another. Often it's as simple as just being a guitar you've always wanted. Maybe it's the guitar your favorite artist played. And other times you're just looking for the best tool for the job. But the most important thing is that it inspires you and hopefully brings out your best playing. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I have a new guitar coming in for review next week. Now, I'm looking forward to that one, and I hope you'll join me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.